So guys, let's take a look at our Euro USD. So we would start it, by the way. Let's take a look. We actually did analysis the previous week when we predicted that this Euro USD will actually drop for the week, and this is the weekly time frame. We actually had this massive drop, right? So a lot of people actually took the trade and actually made a lot from it. So I mean, the correction, the prediction for last week was actually correct. Now we would want to do another prediction for this week. So I mean, before you go, click on the subscribe button, like, share, even comment, so I'll watch out for it. Now to actually get this analysis properly, we would actually roll to the monthly time frame. So monthly time frame is a time frame to actually get this analysis. So in order that, let's see what the time frame, monthly time frame says. It says we are bearish, right? See this movement downward. I mean, the monthly time frame is actually dropping rapidly, so we'll be having this drop on our euro to our USD, which means once the USD keeps pushing up, then the euro keeps dropping. That is it on the monthly time frame. We've been bearish, right? Now let's see this recent move on this euro USD. Take a look at it from here. Price has actually been dropping down massively. That is one. Secondly is that the price is now below the 10 period moving average. I mean, once price is below 10 period moving average, there's only one way to do, which is actually to short short the euro USD. So price is below it, monthly time frame, we would want to short it now. Now take a look at this on this take a look at this movement. You will add a movement. Let's just make it fast, then a movement down, a correction, another movement down, a correction on the monthly time frame. Now on this monthly time frame, we've add another movement down. We would be expecting a correction, right? So we would want to be expecting a correction on the monthly time frame, but to actually get to this correction, before we expect this correction, we would want to zoom out to look for if there is any key level. Let's see if we can spot any key level. Well, so I mean, to the next key level, because we can't get to the key level here, right? It's not full. So by the way, monthly time frame, we are still bearish, and we would be expecting a correction, which we will be getting anytime soon. But due to the fundamental aspect of the news we had on our USD, which means that our USD itself will continue to go bullish. Once the USD itself continues to go bullish, then any other pairs we are trading to our USD will continue to go bearish. So I mean, the fundamental aspect of it, the news says, interest rates increase and every other thing. So which means USD will continue to rise and rise and rise until they cut down interest rates. So if interest rates continues to increase, then the USD itself will continue to rise, then the euro will actually continue to drop. So monthly time frame, we are still bearish. If you want to trade it on the monthly time frame, you can go bearish, but be expecting a correction, which we might not be having anytime soon, but we are still bearish on monthly time frame. Now let's see what the weekly time frame says. We have to look at it from this way. This is it, downward. We all can see one movement, bearish also. So I mean, monthly time frame says we are bearish, which is below the 10 period moving average. Now take a look at this weekly time frame. It also says we are bearish, and now it is below the 10 period moving average, right? See it this way. So let's start it from here. We had this impulse move, which actually came to test our 10 period moving average. Another impulse move was made, which came to test our, which we had a pullback that came to test our 10 period moving average. So another impulse was made here, right, on our weekly time frame. So basically, it came to test this 10 period moving average. So about last week, we did analysis that this euro to USD will actually drop. Last week it actually dropped. Even the week that we actually predicted, we also said it should be dropping on euro USD, and this is what we had this week. It actually dropped massively. We dropped close to, I think, 3,000 pips. Yes, we actually drop about 3,000 pips on this euro USD. That is a massive bearish move we actually had. So I mean, this week also that we are predicting for, we would also be seeing a drop again on euro USD. So which means this week we would actually drop. I still believe we will drop very well. We will still have a massive bearish move. There's still massive bearish move to be made on our euro USD, which means euro will actually drop against our USD. So USD will continue to push bullish. Now downward to the daily time frame. So let's see what the daily time frame says. Remember, monthly time frame says we are bearish. The weekly time frame also says we are bearish, which showed us. Now let's take a look at this daily time frame now. Let's see it this way. So price actually came here to test this level. We saw it tested this level before pushing up, came again, test this level, then we broke below it, which price came back as a pullback level to test the price we actually broke below from. Then after its price actually kind of range within this area here, kind of serving as a support and resistance for sometimes for a couple of days. Then price broke below it, right? Once the price broke below it, then we saw price actually came back to test it again, test the area. So right, it's a confirmation we are still bearish. Now price drops again. We saw price, kind of give us like a mini pullback here. So price has broken below it. We saw kind of, test it. So once price broke below this level, we can see as it reacted to multiple times, we saw it came back to test the level again on Euro USD. So once price broke below it, it came to test the level again, and now we are on a bearish move. So an indication also we are on a bearish move. So this daily time frame itself, which was on Friday, actually gave us this drop, massive drop. That is about 150 pips that was made. We also did analysis on this Euro USD on the daily aspect of it, where we said that we will be dropping on this Euro USD. So if you watch it, you would have taken a lot. So that is it. Daily time frame, we are also bearish, and we will still be expecting good amount of drop by the time is next week on Monday or Tuesday. We will still be seeing a lot of drop. After the drop we'll be having, then we would see a pullback. After we get the pullback again, then another drop will occur. So above all, for the week, we will be closing bearish, right? So monthly time frame says we are bearish. Our weekly time frame says we are bearish. Even our daily time frame also says we are bearish. Now to place this trade or to enter this trade, we would roll down to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame is the time frame to actually place this trade. So if you watch it this way, we see that we are actually bearish on the 4-hour time frame, and we see that we have impulse move pullback, impulse move pullback. So this is an impulse move. Let's see it. Price broke below this level. We were once, came back to test it, pullback, touches our 10-period moving average. Then we kind of had a bearish move. A little bit of pullback was made, a little bit, very little. So we are on a drop on this 4-hour time frame. So 4-hour time frame also says we are bearish, and to place this trade, especially on the weekly aspect of it, to place this trade on the 4-hour time frame, there's only one movement we should be looking for. It is actually to now place the trade to short it, since the 4-hour time frame is now bearish. It is not giving us a bullish move, but it is rather giving us a bearish move. So that is to say that we are actually to short this Euro USD. And now see this 1-hour time frame, what it says. Downward for 1-hour time frame, still bearish, by the way. So see this drop here. A pullback occurred, tested our 10-period moving average. Another drop, broke below this previous lows. We see this pullback that occurred. Another drop was made, broke below this previous lows, and guess what we are seeing here? A pullback on this our Euro USD. So where do we tend to see the pullback end? At the previous level where we had the pullback. So we had the pullback at this level, right? So we have to light it out. So now we will be seeing a new pullback. So once the pullback touches this level here, then we will be getting a drop. So at least we should see a pullback of close to 20 pips. Once we add a pullback of 20 pips on the 1-hour time frame, then we will be getting a drop on Euro USD. So 1-hour time frame too, we are also to go bearish. So from the monthly time frame down to the 1-hour time frame, we are definitely on a bearish move. Now let's take a look at our GBP USD. So the prediction for our GBP USD was actually correct. We did analysis last week. It was correct. Our price actually went bearish. So let me highlight some level here. So a lot of people were like saying, we are going to be rejecting at this level, which I said we'll actually be dropping. Now see it this way. If you are to see this level, we see that this GBP on the weekly time frame. Let's start it on the monthly time frame. So for better understanding, we can see it from this monthly time frame. We are on a bearish move, right? GBP USD, we are bearish. So price has actually been dropping. So it got to a certain level. Price actually came here. So we now add a rejection which pushes up. So this is why we add this huge wick. Now this GBP USD has dropped again. It has reacted at this level, which we add this huge wick, so it pushes up. Now we drop again. So a lot of people were saying, okay, now we are at this level, we will actually have the push up, which I said no, we would actually be dropping. And guess what? We actually add this drop. So I mean, this monthly time frame now, on this our monthly time frame, price has gone down close to 700, even more than close to 800 pips. So we've gone down for about 750 something pips. We've had this drop. That is about 770 something pips drop we've had on this GBP USD. I mean, on this monthly time frame, once price broke below it, a lot of people were saying to reject and go up, which it did not, which our analysis was correct that we would drop, and it actually gave us that drop. So monthly time frame, we are still on a bearish move. Also have it in mind that we will be having a little bit of a pullback. That pullback should serve as a wick. Now take a look at it. Yeah, we saw this red, right, which was a bearish move. Then we kind of see this, wick that was green, kind of wick that was green. It also happened around this area here. We saw this wick that happened. So this bearish move, we would have another bearish move. So after that, we'll be having a pullback. The pullback will look something like this. So it's not as if we'll have that pullback that will just be rising up. No, we'll still have a pullback that will serve like as this. But due to the fundamental aspects on our USD that we are having, which means our USD is still going to continue to drop. So I mean, until when we start getting positive news on the USD, then this our GBP will continue to rise. If not, if it will continue to see this drop on our GBP, except there's a positive or positive news that comes out on our GBP PS. If not, we will continue to see a drop. So monthly time frame, we are still bearish. Downward to the weekly time frame, there's one movement we all can see. It is actually a drop again on our weekly time frame. So I mean, if you are looking for a way to actually take a trade on this weekly time frame, there's only one movement to be made. It is actually to go bearish. Do not look for a way to buy. Now let's see it this way properly for better understanding. We saw this price came here. We saw another pullback. We had this price came to this level. So we kind of had this pullback. It was at this level a lot of people were saying we will continue to go bullish, which we predicted that no, it will continue to drop. So this week, this was the drop, the bearish move we had. This week, this was it, which means the prediction was actually correct. A lot of people were saying, okay, we'll continue to go bullish, but no, the analysis says we'll go bearish, and it actually did. So we will still see good amount of bearish move again. Possibly this week that we are predicting for, we would want to close bearish. After it, maybe next week or next 3 weeks, like I'm saying, next week or next 3 weeks, then we will kind of see like a pullback. If not, but for this week, as we are talking about, we will still see some bearish move again. Possibly, probably price will close, bearish for this week. Now, secondly, is that this our price is now below the 10 period moving average. Once again, once price is below 10 period moving average, then there's one movement to be made to short it. So once price is below 10 period moving average, it is definitely below 20, it is definitely below 50, even 200 and so on. So it is below 10 period moving average. I'm sure if we set it to 5 period moving average, it should still be below it. I'm very sure. So price is still below 10 period moving average. We are to short this GBP USD. Downward to the daily time frame, this is actually a good amount of move. Take a look at this daily time frame. It is actually, if you have to see it, if you want to take this trade and you zoom the daily time frame, you will see this drop, and there's one thing that will come to your mind, which is actually to continue to go bearish. So I mean, you should not actually go bullish. There's only one thing that will come to your mind, which is a bearish move. So I mean, daily time frame, we are also bearish. But now take a look at this daily time frame. I want you guys to sit on this daily time frame. We've had this huge impulse move downward. I mean, once we have this huge impulse move downward, we would be expecting a pullback, right? So possibly we would be expecting a pullback this week. So once we have a little bit of a pullback, I'm not sure it will be much, but it will be a little bit of a pullback. After a pullback, then we will see good amount of drop again. So now take a look at it this way. this was an impulse move downward. We had a correction that came to our 10 period moving average, another impulse move downward. We saw this correction, right, came to this previous level here. So I mean, this daily time frame kind of see this huge amount of drop, right? We also should be expecting a correction. So I mean, watch out for it. So if you want to take a trade on this daily time frame, I'll possibly say you should wait for a pullback to occur, because we still believe that GBP will continue to drop against USD. So I mean, we will be expecting a pullback. Once the pullback occurs, then we should continue to go bearish, by the way. So this week, I'm also predicting that we would actually close bearish. But on the daily time frame aspect of it, we should kind of see a pullback level. Let's see a pullback level, then a bearish move will be made. Now to take this trade, I think to take this trade would be on the 4-hour time frame. Now see this what does the 4-hour time frame says? We are actually on a bearish move, right? So I mean, that is one. Secondly is that this price is below 10 period moving average. So once you see these two movements where we are having impulse move downward, a correction, impulse move downward, and now the price is below 10 period moving average, then we all know that we are to actually short this GBPUSD. So I mean, we have to look for a way to short it, but at the same time also wait for be watchful, because a pullback would occur, which might take a lot of traders out. We would want to place a trade on the 4-hour time frame, but we've had this good amount of impulse move downward, which has dropped massively. A pullback should occur anytime soon. We should be expecting a pullback. So that is what I want people to know. See this drop. So basically, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, as we are having this huge impulse move downward, we actually are getting a correction, right? See, I mean, if you have to look at this impulse move downward, a correction will be made, impulse move, then a correction will be made. So we've had this good amount of impulse move downward, which is actually huge. So watch out for it. Correction can be made anytime soon, so it will not take you out of your trade. So once the correction is made and it is over, then you can jump in the trade and short it. And let's see what the 1-hour time frame says. So definitely we are still on a bearish move. I think we are having a correction on 1-hour time frame. This is it. Impulse move, a correction, impulse move. We kind of had a impulse move here. A little bit of a correction was made, and we had another impulse move. So we are kind of let's say we will still break below it, so we are still on a bearish move. So I want people to still have in mind that good amount of a correction would be occurring on 1-hour time frame. So above all, monthly time frame down to our 1-hour time frame says we are bearish. I mean, monthly time frame says we are dropping, our weekly time frame says we are dropping, daily time frame says we are dropping, 4-hour time frame says we are dropping, and now our 1-hour time frame says we are dropping. So definitely we are to drop. And the last one we will be looking at for the week is our USD GBP and JPY. So I mean, we actually predicted this move also, that we said that we will be ranging, right? So once we actually predicted this move, now this is on the week that we will be ranging, and on this our weekly time frame, we kind of see like a little bit of a breakout before we actually see the drop. No, for better understanding, let's zoom it out to our monthly time frame. We will start this analysis from the monthly time frame. So I want people to understand it. After it, we will go to our JPY index, which is actually making some incredible move. So that's our JPY index. We'll be able to gauge how we take the trade for this week. So this monthly time frame, this is a bullish move. You all can see, right? As we are making higher highs and higher lows. This was an higher highs. We had an higher lows. Another higher highs was made. We got another higher lows here. Another higher highs was made. Higher lows. We got another higher highs. There was an higher lows here, and now another higher highs, right? So we will continue to go bullish. Then after some time, we will be having an higher lows, which we want to see it actually come to test this level on our monthly time frame, right? So once we are having an higher highs and higher lows, price we saw this higher highs previously, we saw the pullback. Once price broke out, it came to test the level again. Now we've seen a breakout. We very much likely see the price come to test this level. So monthly time frame, we are bullish, but are we going to be having the pullback anytime soon? Which is definitely no. I don't believe we would be having the pullback anytime soon, because USD is still bullish and we will continue to go bullish. So monthly time frame, we are still on a bullish move. So we are to ride up, coupled with the fact that this price is above 10 period moving average. It is even far above 10 period moving average. So I mean, the price is very, the space between this 10 period moving average and the price itself is wide, and it is actually going bullish. So if you want to trade on this monthly time frame aspect, you have to go bullish, but also have it in mind that we will be having a correction, but we won't be having it anytime soon though. But you can actually still go bullish on the monthly time frame. Downward, what we have here is our weekly time frame. So this weekly time frame, we are seeing a bullish move also. This is higher highs here. Another higher lows was made. We had another higher highs, then higher lows was made here. Now we've gotten another higher highs. So basically we kind of have this, kind of ranging market move, kind of giving us like a little bit of a pullback. We can take it as a pullback here. We can see it. Once we had this higher highs, we saw this. You can take this as a pullback level, right? I mean, so price came to this level, close to this level, previous pullback level on our weekly time frame. We saw price rose up to this level, right? Then a drop was made. So price broke above it and it has come close to test that level. So you can assume it has tested the level. Now what do we see again? Another bullish move. Reason why we had this huge wick, we saw this huge wick here that actually broke above this line. We saw this movement here. So price, this was the previous highs. So this huge wick that we just had, that was recent, which was close to 145, actually broke above it. So our prediction was actually right that we would be going bullish and we would possibly close bullish. We would want to hit a level of 145, which we actually kind of did, add that movement. So weekly time frame, we are still on a bullish move. Now roll down to the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we can take this as a pullback on the 4-hour time frame. And on the weekly time frame, this is actually like a pullback level, but daily time frame says we are ranging. Now see it this way. So I mean, if you have to zoom it out, we are on a bullish move. I mean, zoom it out, price is actually going up and up and up. Now we are seeing like a ranging market move. So we were doing daily analysis on this price where we said we should actually range with it. So which we have actually did. We saw the price came to this level. We also, it's dropped. We also predicted that it should move up, which it actually did. We said we should actually come down, right? Which actually did half of it, but it later pushes up. Then we also predicted that we would be seeing a drop again, and we also did analysis, I think it was on the 22 or on the 23, where we said would actually go bullish again. If you can go back to watch and confirm, we said we would be going bullish, and which we are actually having the bullish move. Now this is it, we are going bullish. So what do you think we will be moving to? Of course, we would want to see the movement to this resistance level. Since price is ranging on the daily time frame, we will take this low as a support and we will take this highs as a resistance level. So anytime price comes to our support level, we see it roll up to the resistance level, and once it comes to the resistance level, we see it roll down to the support level. Now this price is has hit our support level. What we are expecting next is to roll up to the resistance level. So definitely we should be seeing a bullish move and possibly to break above this week. I still believe it, because once the price actually comes to this resistance level, I believe we would have a little bit of a pullback, because it has gotten to a certain level. We would have a little bit of a pullback. Once it gets to this resistance level, a little bit of a pullback will occur. Then price will break above it, which will continue to go bullish. Then after some time, the price will come again to test this previous resistance level again and continue to go bullish. So I mean, again, monthly time frame, we are on a bullish move. Weekly time frame, we are on a bullish move. Even daily time frame is giving us a bullish move on our USDJPY. Now let's roll to this our JPY index. If you have to see it well, we have to see on this daily time frame, we are on a bearish move, right, on our JPY index. So price has actually been dropping. Now see, look at this level on JPY index, and we will highlight this low level. We saw that price once range within this area on the daily time frame. So anytime price comes to this our resistance level, we see it drop to our support level. back up to our resistance level and now our support level. So price has actually give us that movement, right? So price actually broke below it. So we now saw price kind of we also predicted that price will actually come again, give us a pullback to test this our previous support level. Price actually did that. If we were following on the daily aspect of it, price actually did that. But one thing is, again, price even broke above it. So we are now on a bullish move on this JPY index. What do you think we'll be expecting in this bullish move next? Is of course at this level, this previous resistance level. So we will kind of be seeing this bullish move on our JPY index. So after it comes and hits this our resistance level on JPY index, then we would be seeing a drop again on this JPY index. So once this JPY index starts giving us that drop, then definitely we will see that that breakout. Once we see that breakout, the reason is that we are seeing a bullish move on our USDJPY because USD itself is going bullish. So we will see that bullish to kind of touch this our resistance level, right? So once this our JPY index has gotten to this resistance level and it is giving us a drop, which means JPY is bearish, then definitely our USD itself will actually go bullish. So USDJPY will actually go bullish, break above this resistance level, break above it, then come back to test it and continue to go bullish. So that is the analysis for the week.